maybe reflection is to carry with you in the systems that you have in your life, in the relationships that you have in your life. Where do you see the places where things are more on each of those, and is that serving, and which one? Is there anything to do about it? Maybe no, maybe it's just acceptance, but just observing where is this chaos that sometimes is a bit destructive, and where is it that is over control, and where is it that things are flowing in a natural dance.
Thank you for enjoying the football and then having the images, and it's much easier for me to share the next things. I'd like to share another basic assumptions about the state, how people are, which position people and relationships are, and I will introduce like a four state, and to help you to understand why people are doing so, or what the relationship could be like this. And I felt in the second round, I felt lots of control. And in my language, I think there are lots of micromanagement. And all the time, the boss is controlling, and otherwise people can't work. It's really like a very strong case. Always the order is needed to somebody is working. So this is one status. The control is really prevail. And the first round, I'm not sure it's depending on you. Maybe do you think something new goes is coming if we continue the first round? Or if you continue the first round, maybe the relationship of the player is going bad, and maybe some of them don't like to come back to this room. I don't want to talk about them, or I don't like to talk with them anymore. So I'm not sure what is happening, but maybe this was like a bit chaos, and maybe it could be like a hummus. Both are from Greek, and also both expresses like what the chaos. This is more bigger chaos, heavy chaos. So I'm not sure which was your experience, but when you stay in this chaos, you can expect some new thing is coming up. While walking, striving something, maybe you can find something new. So it's deserved to stay here a little bit, even though some people may be uncomfortable a bit, but maybe we can accept something is coming. So the nature is and stay in this chaos, and we as a nature and all of the cell, our body is whole changing for 90 days, right? So we nature has always changing and always giving a birth, and always some parts are death, go to the death. So this is some state. And in this tough level of chaos, it's not something is the birth. Just all the things is destroyed and broken down. So we should get a part of this hummus if you feel the situation is hummus. The example of this hummus is the big earthquake in Japan 2011. So it's no desire to stay there. No like hope, no wishes. The best thing to do for people to get out of the system. Otherwise, very dangerous. So chaos is deserved to stay. Maybe we can see some new perspective, totally new things. And also we have some like an order. It's a living system, we have some order. Like in the tree, we lots of tree, different types of tree, but we have some trunks and branches and leaves. So there's some order. And in the nature, it's really good at working with order and chaos. Get some like a stable state, order, and come into chaos and find something new to bring it something to their order, so that nature can survive, nature can evolve. for good. So find something new, get it into your practice. And also, again, tap into the unknown and chaos and bring something back to their order. So their repeated process so that we can survive. So what we like to practice here is try to dance between going to chaos and come back to order. And again, come into the chaos, feeling uncomfortable but stay in the chaos a little bit and find something new to make as a matter of course to us. So we can continue to be like a new and evolve. We name like a chaotic path. Don't look up your dictionary. This is an order made of chaos and order. So this is the word from D. Hook, who set up Visa International, and who said, in order to the people and the organization can survive, they need to step into chaos and bring the new, and then we always create a new system to survive. So the art of hosting is the practice to do this, stay in this chaotic path. And again, there's also another practice. There's some like order. Do you feel like in the order something is really happening all the time? Like we Japanese people have say greetings, ohayo gozaimasu and konnichiwa, and it's really nice to feeling nice to each other if you give a greeting every day. But if even though it's nice, maybe some school says you need to give a good greeting every day to every teacher, and otherwise there's some punishment because greeting is nice. So make it happen for 100% for sure. This kind of power is like a control. The original wishes is getting better. But sometimes if the control is too strong, as we see, some strange things happen. But this is really good. If you go to like a coffee shop or a donut shop and eat it, and sometimes it's good and sometimes it's not good. Would you like to go to the coffee and donut shop again? So sometimes it's really good to keep the good quality. And I'm happy to come here because airplane, they have a strong control and they are supposed to come to Taipei. They don't say, because maybe sometimes I like to go to Hawaii. Like this. Yeah. Oh, I really appreciate that the airplane really controlled and arriving at Taipei. So this is a really like a strong power to keep the good quality in a large scale. And we have lots of knowledge and go to university and then we can learn lots of wisdom about management. So this is a really good thing to know, to keep a good quality, to expand in a large scale. So we need to use the both capacity. But I'm not sure this is the same situation in Taiwan. But as a Japanese, we are really educated how to work together in this situation. We are really good at if some like a direction is coming, we are really educated to do along with the instructions and keep good quality. But sometimes really scarce to do something new. We can't take a risk to find something new. So it's good to have a both. Bring new things to your order and then make it large scale and keep good quality. It's a both power is needed. But in order to use both, if you think you are really educated this way, it's deserved to practice this way too. So then you can keep the balance. You can use both. You can choose. And if you think I'm not sure how many people are really good at this path, but if you are really good at this space, also it's good to know what the people are really care to keep the control, they keep the status, and keep the good quality. But they're working in the value. It's very different, but both are needed. So we need to just know both are here, and let's practice together. so that we can choose for appropriate or the purpose you want.
And also, I think to add, I also believe, especially in Taiwan, remember the game outside with the football when the coach say left foot front, and then the player might already want to kick the ball, right? Like, because you're not waiting for the instruction. And I think there's already knowledge in Taiwan because control comes from like the Newton thinking, the separation of, and it's very good in creating like the hospitals and the institutions and indeed these kind of organization, but it's more of the same. But I remember growing up, it's like, oh, there's something wrong with your body. Do you go to the Chinese doctor or do you go to the Western doctor? You have pain, you want it to go away, so you go to the Western doctor, you take a medicine and it goes away. But the Chinese doctor says, let me look at your tongue. How is, what have you been eating? How is your life? So this holistic of, there is an order inside of your body already. And in a way, we have that narrative in our culture. But when you go to schools, when you want some kind of degree, when you some kind of recognition, you're kind of like schooled into, oh, I need to separate myself, and this one is better. But am I getting more of the same, or am I discovering something new? So this is not about, oh, we all have to go into chaos, or we all have to go in order. It's about, with what are we living? What is the system here? If you're working with stakeholders, as a researcher, as someone who is maybe enabling dialogues, you're working with people coming into a room. With this in mind, I would invite you to look around the room to see what is the minimum of structure, order that we have put in, so that there's a little bit of an order. Like when I scattered the bags, I had no idea if you would find the person that was on the bed. But you did it really fast, like maybe in a minute or so. There is this living system and living intelligence and wanting to help and wanting to collaborate, and something new emerges from that. That is walking the chaotic path. And the last thing about the Hamos, I mean, this is a 1D, but it's actually a bracelet. So when you control something too much, it is also getting the life out of it. Going back to the example of the school, tell the kids, if you come in, you greet the teacher, you look at the teacher a certain way, and you behave a certain way. The kids will not think for themselves anymore. What is the kind of generation that we're raising? And the chaos is also, so it's like self-enforcing, like from the chaos it's going to the order, and if you order too much, it goes into control. If you control too much, it goes into the Hamos. And Hamos is a Greek word, so it means something like total destruction in a way.
And from Hamos, sometimes what emerges is total control, it's dictatorship, because you want to get the hell out of here. You know, the building is burning, you need somebody to tell me what to do, and then go to total control.
That's an excellent example, especially now, if we're looking, because the living system has its own wisdom, but when everything is crumbling down, anyone that comes along says, I know what to do, you're kind of like, oh yeah, tell me, show me the way.
You don't want to sit and let's have a dialogue about how we go down the stairs when the building is burning. You know, you're gonna burn and die. We need that. So.
And the next question for me is, where is chaotic path, do you think?
In our life, or?
Yes, in your life. So we are not going to say, oh, you should go a bit more chaotic situations. Okay, this is not like for advise somebody. This is the principle. This is a good things for you to take leadership on your own. Maybe I can have a little bit more chaos, or maybe I can be a bit stable things right now in hosting yourself, and then now you're fine, and let's step into a chaos a little bit. So this is for you. This is not for you to advise somebody. So let's find this in your inside, and then try to see how to tap into unknown. Maybe usually you don't do this, but this time I try to do this. This is maybe the example of tapping into a chaotic path. So this is thing that good to have to lead yourself. So here is a leadership that's really needed. Not the strong one person is leading yourself. No. Try to lead yourself by yourself. So this is really needed to be in chaotic path.
So with the marker or the fine line that you have got, the question that we offer for you to travel is, where is the chaotic path in your life? And you don't have to answer it right now, but travel with it, like the fermentation, sit with it, notice it. And for the final part of it, as we're working with the living system with so many people here who do speak Mandarin as the first language, we want to try things out as well. You see the post-its over there and the markers, and we invite you